Hello there, right here guys, we have a brand new 1.20 snapshot. This is 23W05A. With it comes more ways to trim armor, new world creation, and insight to Minecraft Legends. Let's check this all out and make sure you guys leave a like and be sure you're subscribed. They now added it so we can also put trims on top of leather armor. This is an awesome way to decorate your leather armor, so you can use this like in a mini game, so you have like low defense, while still being able to show off which team you are, depending on your trim. You can still dye leather armor and still put trim on top of the dyed armor. Or you could come in after it has trim on it and add in some dye. If you look at the boots in my hands, you can see there is some Z fighting occurring between the trim and the actual leather armor. They also made it possible to put the same material on the same type of armor, when before this wasn't compatible. So now you can have a diamond trim on diamond armor, and you can actually see the trim too. Well, this also worked with the other incompatible ones, like gold on gold, iron on iron, and netherite on netherite. Now the reason why this was incompatible before, because they couldn't actually see the detail of the trim. So now they went ahead and changed the palette a little bit, so it's easier to see when you put the same material on the same armor. And Division made me this lovely map that actually shows all the different ones lined up by armor type as well as material ones. We can check out all the different leather ones. Iron looks really nice. You can see the copper actually blends in quite well with the normal leather color. Gold always looks good in everything. Blue is definitely unique. We also got the lovely emeralds, which always kind of stands out, as well as the diamonds. Netherite almost looks like black trim. On the striped variation, they did make netherite extremely dark. Red looks decent, as well as amethyst, and this one down here is quartz. He also has it so you can count all of them. So now we have a total of 2,750 different types of armor, trims, and materials. Because not only did we get the leather, we also got the incompatible ones we had before, like iron on iron, gold on gold, diamond on diamond. And now you can put netherite on netherite without using the trick. They also made changes to the actual rarity of the templates. So if we go ahead and go over here and check this chest. Now if you do happen to have a chest that has a probability of producing a template, it won't just produce one, but instead it will give you two. This is only for the wild template, which are found in the jungle temples, as well as the dune one, which are found in the desert temples, the coast, which are found in the shipwrecks, and the sentry, which are found in the pillager outpost. They said the reason why they made them come in pairs, so that new players will understand when you actually place the template onto the armor, it uses up the template. This is different than like the banner patterns, but you can keep using the same one over and over. So by giving the player two of them, they'll use up one, and then they'll realize the second one they should try to make copies of. They also changed the rate in finding the netherite upgrade. So now there is twice as common. So before it was about a 3% chance per chest, and now it's a 6% chance. They said they still want netherite to be hard to obtain, but they felt like it was so hard to find one that people were just going to make copies of it, rather than going out actually try to find more of them naturally, since they are trying to encourage players to go exploring. They also changed the rate for the eye armor trim, which is found here in the stronghold. Now there'll be a guarantee of one of these in every stronghold library chest. So some of these libraries have one chest and some have two. This one has a upstairs, so it has two. So if we go ahead and check this bottom one, it also has one. And there's a second library just over here. Let's go ahead and check it. You can see there's one in that chest and also one in this one. They said they did this so that even unlucky worlds that might not have libraries in some of their strongholds can still go out to other strongholds and eventually find one of these. Since there is only 128 strongholds per world, no matter how big you go exploring. Now when it comes to mansion, they also greatly increase the chance of finding the Vex template inside of these chests. This is because mansions in general actually have very few chests. And some of their chests are dedicated to special things like just have an axe for the tree one or being completely empty for the storage one. I did some testing on how many chests are actually inside of mansions that could give template loot. And despite them being this big, there's only an average about 6 chests per entire mansion. So they want the chance of players actually finding a template once they reach a mansion, because the challenge is to actually go out to a mansion, not necessarily continue to keep going out to more and more mansions. This will be a great way to encourage players to actually go out and find one of these, since there isn't normally a reason to even go to these. And overall, every single template has been made slightly more common. That way it's a balance between either going out and finding more templates or spending the 7 diamonds needed to craft a copy of it. As remember, overall they're trying to encourage players to go exploring and to check out the different structures throughout the game. I'll be going into the exact probability of the templates and how you can easily find them in survival in a separate tutorial video, so look forward to that. They also came in with this really cool switching of armor, which is apparently how they have in Bedrock Edition. So if you just hold an item in your hand that you can equip, even though you're wearing some other armor piece, if you just right click it, it'll switch it with the one that you have. This can be done with all the different pieces, so you can easily switch from armor to like elytra when you're fighting or if you need to fly. This will be really nice for combat as well as PvP. They also made a change to enchanted armor, so that the glittering is made so it actually slowly moves across the player, and throughout some intervals it's more contrasting so it's easier to see. I definitely like this much better than before. I really didn't like the glitter and how it was set up before. What do you guys think about it? Now when it comes to using the effect command, I have this little macro that types this out so I can easily have night vision during recording. But we don't no longer have to put in a whole bunch of 9s. There's now the option for infinity. So now we can have it for an infinite amount of time. It actually shows the infinity symbol there too. Though it does seem like there's currently a bug where you can't hide the particles as well as the image, which you can do using this command. They also made some technical changes to do with the trim patterns as well as materials, removing things such as like the incompatibility parts. It's still not possible to add new layers on top of the previous ones without removing them. And same thing for the coloring. Do you guys think that they should have it so you can add different layers with different colors, sort of like banners? They redid how you create new worlds. Let's go ahead and click this. Now it looks like this, which is completely different. You could choose what you want to call it. I'll call it 05. Got a section all about the game, which includes what game mode you want to play in, difficulty, and cheats on or off. If I go into more detail about the world, go in here and choose the different type of world. And you can choose exactly what sea you want to play on. Structures on and off as well as a bonus chest. And then there is more details, such as like game rules and data packs. This is where you can come in and add the 1.20 data pack, so you can play with all the new features. So overall, it's very nice and clean and not so confusing. They fixed the animation of a few different things, including capes, few to do with camels as well as the drowned, frogs, and axolotls. If you made modifications to the game to use the smithing table for other things, you can still do that using this new smithing table. And they went ahead and also fixed the GUI to make it more capable. Resizing your Minecraft window will no longer cause the image of the armor to disappear on this little display armor stand. Bedrock Edition also got a new beta or preview where the experimental features of the piglet head as well as dragon head will no longer be animated when inside the hotbar, as well as other bug fixes. A new video for Minecraft Legends came out showing the official gameplay trailer, which showed illustrations like when you lose control of a structure with the water going away and the enemy taking over it, how the enemy comes from the nether portals, how you're able to move your troops throughout the overworld. It looks like there's these teleporting structures so you can move great distances with your armies. It shows how you can take your structure back over as well as take on the enemy. And it shows how you can ally with different hostile mobs such as like creepers and zombies, and use those to your advantage. Shows you can also do this in multiplayer, where on one side they have a bunch of Mojang developers, look like these are Blackbird developers, and they made two different teams and they're going against each other. So it looks like you just don't have to play against the NPCs, but you can actually play against other players. And this one, it looks like they're playing on a public version, so it looks like anybody could join, but I'm sure there's also private matches that you can set up. It shows how you can build up your structures, move your armies, and attack the other person. And it says it's actually coming on April 18th, and pre-orders are open currently. I'll put the full video in the description. Now join me live on my Twitch as we play around with all the new armor. I live stream every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Or check out this playlist about 1.20 new features, or this one about new simple farms. Don't forget I also have an Instagram as well as a TikTok. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!